It happens here. Pat McGrath's blush pigment is happening. Hey guys, so I am back filming a makeup tutorial. It's been a minute. As you guys know, I've been like doing different things like vlogging and trying to like diversify my content, and it was fun, but I just miss doing my makeup on camera. I do, and I bought some new stuff, so I'm excited to be doing this today. I feel like every time I try to film, like my phone is going off, like my work phone or like my personal phone. I don't even know. But today I'm going to be trying a few new products. I'm going to be doing the new MULTIDEW GLOWISH from Huda Beauty, and I'll be showing some Pat McGrath and things like that. So I'm super excited. So we about to jump right into it. So you can see I already got my brows on. I thought I'd save you guys the time and to do my brows. So I already got that done. So I've actually been wearing GLOWISH as of lately, like a few days. I'm not sure, because as you guys already know, I'm oily. So I'm going to be doing like a different application because I've just been actually putting it on my bare skin. So I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm actually going to put a primer on here as well. And I am using the All Nighter face primer from Urban Decay. And I'll show you the color I end up purchasing. I got the extra tan, right? Is that the color? Yeah, I got the extra tan in 09. Because as you guys already know, I already posted it. I went to Puerto Rico and obviously I got a tan. So I was kind of like trying to figure if I'm gonna go to shade lighter or darker. So I end up going a little bit darker, but you'll see how it wears on the skin, like the color really gives. But it definitely is super natural, and if you're trying to give like a dewy look, it definitely gives you that. It's very, very, very dewy, in my opinion. I don't know. Another thing that I also been doing, I've been trying to use like a primer that's a little bit more blurring on like up in here in the T-zone, because I don't feel like it blurs as much as like the Fenty Beauty one, the skin tint. It doesn't blur as much. So personal opinion, don't know, but I'm gonna kind of probably get a little zoomed in a little bit. So let me zoom in some. Go. And this is the extra tan. So when it dries down, it matches my neck really well. As you can see here, it does a really good match on the neck area. But here I have a little bit of hyperpigmentation, and it does blend in well. It doesn't look ashy. It's just like sometimes after I spread it throughout the face, it appears to be, in my opinion, a little ashy. I don't know. You guys help me. We'll be the judge. We'll figure that one out. So I'm going to go in for it. And I'm just using like a basic foundation brush because I've been using different tools. So this is my first time using like a foundation brush, like your traditional old school foundation brush, because the purpose of this is not to kind of give you full-on coverage, and I'll be honest with you, that's exactly the look I'm going for. I'm not going for a full-on coverage. I'm going for like nice, healthy complexion like skin, and I feel like this product definitely does that. I don't do full pumps, so I do like a little half pump so I can like build as I go. So this one here definitely just blends pretty well. I like the color so far. Like when I first apply, it's just, I think it's also the products I choose to put on with it And I am putting on something a little different today, not my typical. I'm gonna be using some different products outside of my norm. So, but I definitely feel like you can apply this easily with your fingers with no problem. But you see how it gets like really dewy, and at this point, like, this is not an issue for me. I don't mind it to be like dewy like this at all. Like, I don't mind it being dewy. It's just that how does it wear or progress throughout the day. Now, I did wear it. Did I wear it to the baby shower? No, I didn't. I could see this also being something I use in conjunction with another foundation. Like, I will put foundation like right up in here in my cheek area, because that's typically where I desire more like coverage. So that is just blending it out. I like how it really looks on my forehead too, as well. So if you guys are looking to like full-on coverage with this, you're not gonna get that, but you can build around it, and I'm gonna do a little building around it so you guys can actually see. So, what I'm gonna do next, I finally got the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Tint. I got it in 4.4. It's not super bright as a highlight for underneath the eye, but it gives me a little bit of something, which I do like. So I'm gonna do a little bit. I've already put it around my brows, so around my brows, the best. And I typically switch up what I use around my brows and what I use on my face. I really like this for both. So just doing a little bit here. I actually let this one sit. I do like that. I don't know, do I want to put a little bit more on my cheeks? I'm not sure, but this is typically what I've been doing as of lately, and I've just been liking the look of it. Like when I take my photos, it's just been looking really good. I love this concealer because it definitely gives full on coverage. They wasn't playing when they said that this is a full coverage 24-hour concealer. Yes. What I also like about it is just that it does not crease. So I've been having like, I put eye cream on today, but my eye area has been like a lot more drier. So I've been trying to lean towards more of a creamy texture in the concealer. And this, it's been perfect. I mean, and if it does crease, it's super minimal. It's like one line. I see a huge difference with like barely any creasing. I'm using a little bit of truffle contour stick because that's what I'm giving today. So I'm doing a little bit of that. And let's get the blending going. I'm gonna blend out my concealer first as much as I can. I'm gonna use my little sponge here. But yeah. But yeah, the concealer's been great. And I've been meaning to buy this like for the longest, because I'll be honest with you, I've probably been more committed to using a concealer than foundation, which is new for me. But it definitely gives me like that very like glam, put together, natural look. And I like to pair, like, because GLOWISH is so lightweight, I like to pair the two together. I like to pair the concealer and the skin tint together. Just blending that out. Oh yeah, I love that, like the look of it. I could do a little bit more to kind of cover. So I've been noticing I'm getting like, because I've been losing a lot of weight, So I've been getting like those hollows, like the darkness right up in here. So I've been using like my Hourglass concealer in Almond, and this one here is in the Veil. Counteract a little bit because it has that red tint and it is a little bit darker. So I've been using a little bit of that like right up in here, and then I'll go back in, blend that out, and then go back in with the Makeup Forever just to kind of keep it brightened in that area. Because I've been noticing that I have that, like those like hollows right up in there. And I definitely said to myself, I'm not doing anything until my teeth are finished. So it's been hard, but I gotta stick to my guns on that one. Definitely. Yeah, so this just gives me that like little brightening that I want, so I'm not seeing that darkness like I'm looking in the camera here, in my computer here. And I just like how it's coming out. So like when I bend down or when I like tilt my head back, you're like can't see like the dip so much. So I just been really liking that. And I just use something little because it's been something that's bothering me. Like I feel like I can see it in a lot of my pictures. I took my passport picture this week and I was like, we're so hard on ourselves. So yeah. And you can't smile in your passport picture. Can you believe that? Sorry, sidebar, but I didn't know that. So my old passport, it had a big old smile in it. Now it's like no smiling. That's whack. Super whack. So I'm just blending it out. And you see how it just kind of bumped up the GLOWISH a little bit? Because that's exactly what it's doing. It literally bumped it up from like still natural complexion, and you just add your stuff to it. And that's literally what I did. And I've just been trying to like find my thing to kind of like create the look I want with this GLOWISH, because it is a beautiful product. People like it. And I feel like the color range is pretty decent. So I've just been trying to do different things with it to kind of create a look. And I'm just blending in my contour on the cheeks a little bit. Let me just take my excess of the GLOWISH and just blend around my chin. Round it, and I'm building more product. I feel like it just looks a lot better comparing to what I've been doing before. Because I just wanted to get really familiar with the product before I started filming with the skin tint, because I've been playing with, of course, the FENTY skin tint, and it's been my jam. But this texture was a little different because I am much more oilier. And you know, sometimes when you see an oily person sees glow, they be like, no ma'am, glow who? Not me. So I just been really like, okay, let me get familiar before this stuff looks like a hot mess. I'd rather look a hot mess on my own time, not when I'm filming. Like, I'm just saying, some people like, oh no, it's fine, it's like showing the real. Like, no, I don't want to fall apart. So yeah, I'm just blending out my nose, patting it out. And as you can see, like, I'm creasing a little bit because I didn't set my eyes right away. Take my 320. So I actually been switching up the color powder I've been using. So I'm using 320 underneath the eye because I feel like it just gives me a brighter look. And I literally just been doing. And look, it's just like, I should have been used 320 underneath the eye, baby. And I'm using the Fenty Beauty powder if you guys are like, 320 what? And it definitely does, this gives me that filtered finish. And I literally just used the 320 underneath the eye because anywhere else on the face, it looks insane. So I've just been focusing it around the eye area, doing a nice press. I'm gonna take a little bit of the back of the sponge and get really up in there, just like a bat. Yeah. Spraying a little bit. I'm using a Lock-It spray from KVD. So you know guys, I love to focus on complexion, so I get carried away. I'm just pressing with the Marc Jacobs. As you guys know, I filmed a video with this, but this is the Tantalized Glow in 250. And I'm just going over my contour with it. So I used the Truffle from Fenty Beauty. So I know people like, Lucy be fiended out. I know I be fiended out to just take my thing off, but whatever, that's my business. So I'm just gonna actually do a little bit, touch my certain areas of my face with the 370 in the Fenty powder. I like to do it mostly around my forehead, and I do it around my mouth because I have been tan. I just want it to look as natural as possible. Perfect. So now guys, I want to jump into eyes. I typically do not do any eyes, but I want to get into it because I purchased the Venus en Fleur by Pat McGrath, and I absolutely love it. I love the packaging. The packaging is stunning, absolutely fabulous, and the shadows are bomb. I actually been playing with the shadows. So here is the packaging here. Make sure. Here's the packaging. So pretty, so nice. And here's the shadows. Obviously, I've been playing with them and stuff like that, but I absolutely love these shadows. They're actually so nice and beautiful. So I am going to be creating a look with that. This is my first Pat McGrath palette. I was excited. Like, the packaging is hella luxe. It's super beautiful. It's nice. I'm excited. Yeah, so let's get into it. So I went ahead and want to prime my eyes. I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm using the Anastasia. I know it's kind of beat up in Pro Pencil in base 3 as my eyeshadow primer today. I've used this several times in the past and it works. A lot of primers, I would say, people say I don't do primer, I just put concealer, and I get that and I feel that so much, but this one holds a little bit. My eyelid is a little bit more on the oily side, so I try to do something that has a little bit of a matte texture, or at least dries down to a matte texture. So, and I like the color of it, the base 3, because sometimes some of them are like really light, and you know, if you're doing like strong eyeshadow, like bright shadow, I feel like the white is necessary, but I'm putting on a natural look today, so I don't think that it is necessary for me to go like so strong. Okay, cool. So my eyelids are ready. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go in first with, let's see, Twilight. I'm gonna be going with After Dusk, which is a darker shade. You know, that right there is my jam. I literally use that color all the time. So I'm gonna be going in with that first, and I'm just gonna be going out with my inner to outer lid. And as you can see, I'm moving a little further up, like right where my eye crease is. I don't know, I can't talk today. So yeah, and I'm just doing like, I'm packing on a little bit of the pigment because I really don't know what this is gonna turn out to being today, but I just wanted it to kind of have like more intensity on the lid today and going into my brow bone, like a soft blend into the brow bone. I like that the pigments are, I mean, the product is so pigmented too. You know, just going into store and just playing with the shadows and the pigment, I'm like, it's pretty pigment, but when you like get home and have your own experience, because you're literally using like cotton swabs to try it, and you're like, oh, pretty pigment, and then but when you use your brush and you see how much pigment and the payoff it gives you, into it. So I like to dust a little bit. One thing I do like about the shadow so far with Pat is that it does not have a lot of fallout, so it's not like all over the place. And I really do like that, because sometimes when you have pigmented shadows, that's what you kind of like compromise, is having a lot of pigment coming or falling out. This doesn't. And I know I typically don't do eyes so much on my channel, but I don't know, with this palette I was like, I think I want to do my eyes with this palette like on the channel because I like it so much. So I'm just kind of like blending it out. Anything. Now what I am going to do is be using my fingers. So what I've noticed with the shimmers, I've been using my fingers like crazy. So the next one I'm going to be doing is the Rose Fire Nectar, which is this reflector color here. Yeah, there we go. And it kind of gives you like that pinkish, nudish kind of deal. And I'm going to be using that all over my lid. And look how much of the pigment you get. I don't know if you can see that, but the pigment is like insane. And I'm going to be focusing it right in the middle, right here of my eye. Look at that. Insane. And I'm just going to do like a little bit of a pat. Because like, it's like, that's where I want it to pick up. I want it to pick up right in the center of my lid here. And I mean, I've been using brushes. Oh, got a little shimmer in my lashes, but I've been using brushes, but I've been really liking just using my fingers. Now I would say with the fingers though, especially if you're doing the rubbing back and forth, you're gonna have like that fallout in the shadow palette. So if that bothers you, that doesn't bother me at all, but if that bothers you, then use a brush. But I was doing an aggressive like back and forth, but look how much pigment that gives you. And I like how that gives you like the pinkish look. And I'm just building it at the center of my eye. Yeah. Love that. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of the Twilight, I think it's called the Twilight Bronze, right in the tear duct here. I'm kind of just working that a little bit up. See that? And I actually worn the Twilight, what is it called? Twilight Bronze all over the lid. It's a vibe, especially if you're trying to do something like a natural look. Is definitely a vibe. It looks really nice in there. I'm gonna take a little of a clean brush and kind of like blend that out some. Okay, I'm gonna go back in the darker. Yeah, just want to use something to kind of comb my lashes out. But under smoke. Sometimes sometimes when I'm lazy, and I am that girl who gets lazy around her eyes, like I definitely do like a undersmoke and keep it pushing. I'm definitely that girl that does the undersmoke and keeps it pushing. So I see that it's just like losing itself, so I'm just gonna go back in there with that. I typically sometimes use these tapered brushes just to kind of like give me a little bit more definition there, and I'll go back in with my brush here and kind of like blend it out, soften it out, so it doesn't look like I just build like a big color just builded on like that, you know, like not blended. So I just go back in there and just blend it out. I'm going to be going in with the full frontal mascara from Fenty Beauty in Miss Merlot, just on the lower lashes. I'm a lower lash girl. I like undersmoking. I like putting mascara at the bottom. That is totally my thing. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of that. Underneath the lash. I'm gonna go in with my Marc Jacobs fine liner in Fine Wine. I love these tiny, like small eyeliners. I'm just gonna hit the bottom of my lash line, like in my waterline. And I like to just kind of pair this palette with this eyeliner, because it kind of like ties in the look. And this is very much my look. I feel like this is my look summer, spring, fall, winter. Not the shimmer per se. I feel like I do rely on shimmer during the summertime more than anything. But does this burgundy, this brownish, reddish, every season. Without a doubt. Every season I'm wearing a damn reddish whatever. Okay, perfect. So we're good to go. Now I'm excited because I'm about to go into my blush. So I also did purchase the Divine blushes. I did get the color in Cherish. Love the color, love the packaging. Of course, black, sleek, gorge. Here's the shade color here. I've been wearing it. I know, bright, but it looks so good on me. I love this shade a lot. It's super gorge. I'm gonna go in a regular blush brush. I'm gonna be using the MAC blush brush, traditional. And this time I've been doing like different blush techniques. So I'm gonna actually go a little bit on the outer and build the color. As you can see, the pigment, it happens here. Pat McGrath's blush pigment is happening. Period. 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 It is happening. Like, what? Pigment? It happened. It gave what it needs to give. So the pigment is there, baby. Pigment is there, baby. Pigment is there, baby. Period. Pigment is there. It's there. It's here. And I'm not a huge blush girl. Like, I've been trying to dip my toe in it. But baby, stop. It's a look, period. Stop. Pigment, baby. Pigment, baby. Okay, so period. Let's just go ahead and say Pat McGrath. Pigment, baby. Pigment, baby. Pigment, baby. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, how you feel about Pat McGrath? Pigment, baby. Oh, what are you putting on? Pigment, baby. You already know. Pat McGrath. I just said it. Stop it. Okay, so yeah, she want me. You see me? I don't wear blush, but you see this? Pigment, baby. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm done. I'm actually done. Like, I'm stopping right now. I'm dead ass stopping right now. I'm sorry. Like, that was much, but okay, yeah. But it's pigment, baby. Okay, yeah, if you want to know, I'm wearing the espresso. It's in every video. So I'm like, but you see, and then look, the blush completely changed my mood. I don't even know who I am. Who just showed up on the screen? It wasn't the old Lou, because this is a new one right here that just pulled up. Because this blush got me feeling like she popping. That's it. It got me. I even think it makes my teeth whiter. Not the lip liner, but that ass the blush. My teeth are whiter because of you, Patty. Because of you. Anyway. I'm just a girl that likes makeup. I've just come down to that conclusion. I'm a girl who likes to put on makeup. Literally. It's a therapy. This is a whole therapy session. It's a therapy session. We talking. That's it. Pigment, baby. That's it. Okay, so I went snooping around. No, I went shopping. Makeup shopping. It was like a whole day. It was a thing. And I was looking at some like black owned brands, but of course half of the stuff I just used was black owned. Anyway, by Beauty Bakerie. I was in Target in Brooklyn, Flatbush, and Atlantic. Okay, and I found Beauty Bakerie, and I was like, let me try it. I have the powder too, but I didn't do it on this tutorial, on this video. But I just bought this because the name. For real though. Love her. For real though. That's the name of it. For real though. And I was like, that's all I'm trying to do. Keeping a buck. Or 2021. For real though. I feel like even with this lip color, they're taking you seriously, mama. For real though. For real though, they're taking you serious. For real though, why is my computer going off in mid-video? For real though. For real though. This is looking like a plan. Because I'm about to seal the deal. Just pressing it in. I got the AC booming in the house. And what I do like about this whole look is just like, I'm not wearing, only thing I'm wearing is this like glowish. And that's giving what it needs to give. Some like lightweight. I don't feel like I have on full coverage foundation, and then full coverage concealer, and then full coverage foundation, like powder. Like, I feel really good. I ain't going nowhere, but that's okay. I don't know. I haven't been feeling highlighter because I don't think I need it. Nah, I don't need it. But guys, this wraps it up. This is a look. It's a look. She's serving looks today. And that's on who? Mary Had a Little Lamb. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you click that subscribe button at the bottom, like and comment. I can't wait to see you guys in a few days with the next tutorial. Bye.